Welcome to Divine Intervention. I just finished uploading my first alien visitation video. It's also a mix of being aware of child abuse. I forgot to mention in that video, all Divine Feminines right now are very sensitive to the news, okay? I know it's difficult to not watch what's going on, especially with how the world is transitioning right now. It's a test of leadership in what leaders will do. It's more of causing commotion in the higher, you can say the hierarchy, so that those who are leaders, they are being tested right now in how to properly handle in what they choose to do and how they choose to do what they need to do, because that is the only way to have a new world, and it's destined to be that way. We cannot have change if the people who are above us in society and how they lead is not the right way in leading, correct? In government and politics, there's a lot of corruption. And having experienced that forefront here in the Philippines, we are very blessed and lucky to have a president who is of high Aries energy. And those of you who are unaware of zodiac energies that also transitioned and ascended during the time of, the full moon, Aries is one of the zodiac signs of leadership, and they are the ones who are at the forefront at this moment in time. So if you have a family member, or you have a friend, or someone of part of a higher position in society that has Aries in their birth chart, you will most likely see and observe that their leadership is truly unquestionable. It's because they're being guided by divine and by higher beings of light who are in one alignment to lift the vibration higher in this world that we live in. It's to, again, it's for that new world, right? The purpose is to bring heaven here on earth. So again, that's going to take time, and with that, there has to be sacrifices that needs to be made. It's like taking the weeds out, So having explained that, I wanted to advise all Divine Feminines, if it's possible, refrain yourself from watching news that will be detrimental to your energy. A lot of Divine Feminines, as we all know, carry the light, and in order to lift your light, you cannot be partaking in negative energy. And I'm sorry to say, but the news is of negative energy. You will not see anything good in the news right now. So I advise all light workers and all Divine Feminines, especially those who are not in physical union with your Divine Masculine, refrain yourself from watching the news. Of course, if you need to find out the news from somebody, it's better that way. If you can control your temper, if you can control your energy to remain in light and of peace and of love, then, it's okay to watch the news. But as of what happened to me, again, being a Taurus and being an earth sign, it's hard to control our temper, especially when we see people who are being hurt, especially children who are innocent. And that is truly, one of the things that is very deep in my heart and in my soul. In my prior time of reincarnating with and without my twin here in this world, I've helped many children in my past life, and I've lived a time in this world, a lifetime in this world, where I didn't have anybody. I didn't have any human. I didn't have any family. I've experienced being abandoned by my family. I lived an orphanage life. I've grown alone. I've matured alone. I've experienced all kinds of things in this life, in this world, in different timelines, in different lifetimes. And when you awaken to those things, it really not only awakens your purpose, the meaning of your life, and gives you an opener, wider, mind into giving understanding to humanity, but also in the spirit world, those who are spirits and those who, have lived the test of time. Why am I talking about this now? Is also to give you guys awareness that a lot of people say, and I want to clear the misunderstanding and clear the air in regards to why are twin flames in union, and does it truly mean that once twin flames are in union, aside from the fact that they've been working so hard for that to happen, does it end there? And once twin flames are in union, does that mean that that's the last time that they will be here on earth and they will no longer reincarnate? Again, everything is based out of free will. Yes, most likely, I will say, through my experience and through my twin, we honestly feel that we don't want to reincarnate anymore. This will be the last time that we do reincarnate. Am I rightful to say that every twin is the same? No. There are many twins that, they want to remain here in this world, and of course everybody knows I can be a 90-year-old, my twin can be a 94, 99-year-old, and we could decide to reincarnate. But we know that when we reincarnate and decide to reincarnate again, it's not going to be easy. We're still going to go through the same things over and over, and it might be in different scale. It might be in different levels of hardship and trials and challenges that we have to go through. We will not know what those will be, but once you have made the decision to reincarnate again with your twin, most likely you are fully 101% aware that you will end up going through hardship and trials and tribulations uncomparable to the one you have already experienced in this life. And that is not an easy decision to make. Many of us light workers have chose to reincarnate in this life with the mere purpose of being a bridge. And what is that bridge? It's a bridge of light. It's a bridge of awareness, to make an awareness to all of us spiritual beings who need that guiding light. That's why you're called light workers. And it just so happens that many light workers have special abilities. Excuse me for vaping. But many of those abilities can range from being psychic, being a tarot oracle reader, being a medium, being a psychic medium, being a witch, being a wizard. You could be a fairy. Your ancestors probably grew up in from the fairies. That's part of your family. Many of you most likely are witches. who are into spells and into magic, things like that. If you can make magic happen without tricks, then most likely that's a natural ability that you have, brought with you here in this world. Mainly, yes, for entertainment purpose, but it's again to cause awareness that there is a supernatural, awareness that there is another world. So every one of us who came here to reincarnate has a purpose, whatever that may be. If you are a witch and you love spells, and ever since you were a child you were into the dark and you were into, gothic, and you're into, spells and witchery and things like that, it's more so because you chose to reincarnate in this world to be of light in the darkness. Now, religion, as we all know, is one of the things that is being manipulated in the whole world. And as an incarnated angel, I'm already telling you, there is no one religion. Okay? Our Lord Jesus Christ is a divine masculine. And very much so has a heart of a divine feminine. So he is one of the whole. And with his spiritual gifts and his purpose here is the same purpose as why Mother Teresa is also a divine feminine, why Prince Harry's mother, Princess Diana, is also a divine feminine. And there are many historic people, as for like Albert Einstein or the Frankenstein, and people in prehistoric times. These are people who partook of being in one with light workers and being in one with the divine's plan to bring heaven here on earth. And the reason for that is because earth is hell, and that is why there are demons here. That is why there are entities here, is because entities are a creation of the devil himself. So how do you live in a kind of world where there is hell? Correct? Why are we here? What is your purpose here as a light worker? Why was it brought to the surface for you to be aware of who you are, what you are, and why you're here? All those things come to play. And as a twin flame, it is your duty to humanity to always be of light, to always be of love, and to always be of peace. You are an example leader to every soul being here on earth. However you choose to be of an example leader is your own way. So that is what it means when someone says to you, you're a divine feminine, I'm a divine feminine. We are not alike, but we are of the same kind. Make sense? So what does that have anything to do with aliens? Well, for one, I will say this, because after thinking about it very deeply, aliens do not have a gender. Aliens are universal, very much universal. If as twin flames we are universal, we are ascending masters, we are creators, and we have powerful gifts because we've lived many lifetimes and reincarnated in different beings in this world. Some of us reincarnated as witches, some of us reincarnated as wizards, and I was a witch and wizard at one point in my lifetime, in different timelines that I chose to reincarnate with and without my twin. Those were the times that, physical union wasn't important. Physical union wasn't emphasized or wasn't part of, the universal goal. But we are in this lifetime right now where it's critical and crucial for twin flames to be in union. And the reason for that is because there's more darkness now than ever was before. Back in the time, if you just look back to, you could look back to the 1960s, the 1940s, 1920s. Those were the times that you would see love couples. They would do anything just to visit their loved one, to see their loved one. They would write letters. And those were the times that communication was more, it had to be in a physical way. You had to take a train just to see your loved one or your partner or your fiance or your family. There was no easy way of communicating. And yes, we probably had some telephones, but it's not a cell phone. Like, we can do a video call right now and you could still see me even though we're thousands and thousands of miles away. So what does that mean? It means that through technology that is growing higher and more advanced, the things that people consider as love or consider as a way of showing love to someone is actually limited. It's not the same as it used to be back in the days. And if we live in this time now where the advancement of technology is making things so easy for everybody, then where is the challenge there? Why are twin flames twin flames? Twin flames are twin flames because of the hardship that they endured together, because of the challenges that they went through and the times that they were separated. It was a test of faith. It was a test of endurance, perseverance. Without that, you're nothing. You're not a twin. You wouldn't consider that as unconditional love, because unconditional love is also a test of challenges. You have to endure those challenges. You have to surpass those trials and tribulations as a couple. And that is why it's true what they say. Twin flames, it's more than just the attraction. It's more than just the physical attraction. It's beyond that. It's beyond the test of time. And why is it that way? Again, it's because it wasn't easy. So because the advancement of technology is making things easy to gain anything, where is the challenge there in regards to giving unconditional love? Right? Again, I just want you guys to be, open-minded to what I'm saying. Hopefully it will give you your own enlightenment to your own specific journey. Aliens have been long time living in this universe. They are, I can say, one of the breadwinners of this universe. Probably the only, but they are, I can say, they are the past, and they are the present, and they are the future. How we will get there, I don't know. But see, we have our own mission. And again, as for the Arcturians, they want that full alignment with the divine and the intent that there is hope and there is faith for humanity. That's the goal here. That's the purpose here. As to why they are experimenting on people and why they're experimenting on higher beings of light, and again, a few twin flames is what I'm being told. I don't know if you are a divine feminine, and I know there's a few of you who've emailed me and we've talked about this. I don't know as to why an alien is experimenting on you, but it may have something to do with your journey, your ascension that you chose. And what do I mean by ascension? This is going to be hard to explain. But go grab a drink, grab a cup of coffee, because it's going to be a bit of a long video. Now, as far as I know, aliens are more concerned of humanity. They're more concerned of the advancement of technology and humanity, and how does that play? How does that co-create? How does that, come to balance with humanity's love and humanity's vibration? Because everything, again, is based on energy, right? And I'm getting this through, my intuition. As an incarnated angel, I know that the Arcturians are working with twin flames, and they are working with angels and the divine in regards to making sure that those of us who are higher beings of light are in our mission. We are full front, you can say the frontliners, making sure that we fulfill our mission spiritually here on this earth, in this world. And I cannot say if it's all of you who are being visited by the Arcturians, but even for me, I'm still unclear as to what kind of alien visited me, because my higher being had a hard time speaking. And that is very, very rare. You'd have to be someone very powerful to do that to me. And I was able to speak, but it's the kind of voice that you're crying to make a sound. It's like I was putting all my energy to speak, but you're having a hard time talking. Just like there were a few of you who emailed me saying that you couldn't move. You felt like your body was paralyzed and you couldn't move because you were being experimented on, and you felt that the alien had control over your body and this and that. Well, I had the same experience, except it was my higher self. So I'm still trying to figure it out, and I do ask for everyone's patience. Once I figure it out, I will post a video and I will talk about it, because obviously this has been brought to my awareness for a reason, and I will put my attention on it at this time.